Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayanam Namaskritya Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jayanti Nashtaprayeshu Abhadreshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya Bhagavati Uttam Shloke Bhaktir Bhavati Naishtiki. So continuing with the discussion on Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 2, and today we'll start chapter number 7, entitled Scheduled Incarnations with Specific Functions. So last verse of the previous verse or previous chapter was when Brahmaji told Narad Muni, so I'll tell you now about the functions of different lila avataras of the Lord. So here in this chapter, obviously he goes just one verse per incarnation, but later on in other chapters or other cantos, we'll read in detail. So in text 1, Brahma vacha yatrodhyatah kshititalodharnai vibrat krodi tanum sakal yagyam maim anantaha antar maharanav upagatam adidatyam tam drashtya vajradharo dadhara. Lord Brahma said, when the unlimitedly powerful Lord assumed the form of a boar as a pastime, just to lift the planet Earth, which was drowned in the great ocean of the universe called the Garbhodak, the first demon, Hiranyaksha, appeared, and the Lord pierced him with his tusk. So he started off with this boar incarnation or Varahadev incarnation. So he appeared to lift the planet Earth, which was drowned in the great ocean of the universe called the Garbhodak. So Hiranyaksha had taken this earth at the bottom of Garbhodak Saga. So Varahadev appeared and he bring the earth out and he killed the demon Hiranyaksha. So the title of this chapter is Scheduled Incarnations with Specific Functions. Actually, maybe you are aware of a devotee named Prabhupada, is a Prabhupada disciple, very scholarly devotee. And he was also instrumental in the translation of Bhagavatam, or writing commentaries on Bhagavatam after Prabhupada left. Prabhupada translated till 10th canto, 13th chapter. So afterwards, 3 devotees took over that project, and His Grace Gopi Parandhan Prabhu, the very scholarly devotee, he was one of them. He also wrote commentary on Brihad Bhagavatamrita. That's another book, maybe one of these years after we finish Bhagavatam and Nectar of Devotion and Chaitanya Charitamrita, we can pick up Brihad Bhagavatamrita. So once he used to live at Govardhan, and he would come to Delhi once in a while. And once he was giving lecture on this chapter, different verse, not especially this verse. I remember it because I had asked him this question. I said, Prabhu, here the chapter title is Scheduled Incarnations. Means incarnations which are going to appear according to their schedule, according to their, whenever the time is there, they will appear. I said, but Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita, Yada yada hi dharmasya glanir bhavati bharata. Whenever and wherever there is decline in religion, I appear. And I said, here it is said they are scheduled incarnations, they appear on their time. I said, so which statement is true? So do they appear whenever there is decline in religion, or do they appear whenever it is mentioned in the? And he said, actually, Both are true. Actually, what he said, what happens is everything is scheduled. When are they going to appear? But at that time, it is also like the religion is going to be in decline, or the demoniac forces will be more prominent at that time, and that's why they are scheduled to come. So it's kind of that, because the scriptures have to mention about this Lord's incarnation. Otherwise, anybody or everybody can get up and say, I'm Lord, I'm the Supreme Lord. Scriptures have to mention that this is the time. So just like these days, so many people are claiming that we are Kalki Avatar and we are Kalki Avatar. So many people keep on doing all this. But Kalki Avatar is supposed to appear towards the end of Kali Yuga. So towards the end of Kali Yuga, there will definitely be religion in decline. Whatever the religion is left, there will be hardly any left. But it will be so much of chaos that the Lord has to appear, and he kills the demoniac, and he protects the devotees. So he does all this, and he establishes the religion. So these are some of the pastimes of the Lord that he appeared. When he appears, he does that. So it is scheduled, and at the same time, it's at that time the religion will be in decline. So it's towards the beginning of creation. Let's see what Prabhupada writes, because there'll be more details of Varahadev incarnation given in the thing in the third canto. He's talked about in more detail, and there is a Varaha Puran also, and in that Puran, obviously, there's much more details given of Lord Varahadev's appearance. Since the beginning of creation, the demons and the demigods, or the Vaishnavas, are always the two classes of living beings to dominate the planets of the universes. Lord Brahma is the first demigod, and Hiranyaksha is the first demon in this universe. Actually, before Hiranyaksha, in some scriptures it is mentioned, there were other demons also. And there were some demons who had taken the Vedas, and they had gone into hiding. So Vedas are not just the books of knowledge, actually. Vedas are persons, they're persons who represent Vedas. And also Vedas means knowledge. So these demons had hidden the knowledge for the upliftment of people in general. And then Brahmaji got scared, and without knowledge, what will happen in the creation? And the Lord appeared as Hayagriva, and he killed those demons, Madhu and Katab. And he recovered the Vedas. But anyway, here, this is lila avatar, or there are different kinds of avatars who appear. Krishna has innumerable incarnations. So Brahmaji is starting with Lord Varahadev. And first demon, he said, was Hiranyaksha. Lord Brahma is the first demigod, and Hiranyaksha is the first demon in this universe. Only under certain conditions do the planets float as weightless balls in the air. And as soon as these conditions are disturbed, the planets may fall down in the Garbhodak ocean, which covers half the universe. The other half is a spherical dome within which the innumerable planetary systems exist. So these 14 planetary systems that Brahmaji created, so out of that planetary systems, there is one planetary system called earthly planetary system, or even in that, there is one planet called Earth. So Hiranyaksha, what she had done was he had taken this planet Earth, the whole planet Earth, and he had taken her inside the Garbodak ocean. So on Earth, actually, there was no population at that time. Brahmaji had just created planet Earth. In fact, all the 14 planetary systems, but this planet Earth was the first population at that time. Actually used to live in some heavenly planet, but he had come down and he had taken the Earth into the Garbhodakshan. The floating of the planets is in the weightless air is due to the inner constitution of the globes, and the modernized drilling of the earth to exploit oil from within is a sort of disturbance by the modern demons and can result in a greatly harmful reaction to the floating condition of the earth. So Prabhupada is saying all these planets are rotating and floating in the air based on some inner constitution of the globes, basically because of, we call it gravitational force. And by drilling oil from within the earth, we are creating great disturbance in the movement of earth and in this gravitational force. And this can result in a greatly harmful reaction to the floating condition of the earth. It can. Or maybe it is right now. A similar disturbance was created formerly by the demons headed by Hiranyaksha, the great exploiter of the gold rush. So Hiranya means gold or golden. So Prabhupada said he was a great exploiter of the gold rush. So he always wanted gold or more and more money. And his brother was Hiranyakashipu. So Hiranyakashipu means one who likes gold and soft bed. So this is how these two brothers were. They were the greatest demons of the universe. And the earth was detached from its weightless condition and fell down into the Garbhodak ocean. The Lord, as maintainer of the whole creation of the material world, therefore assumed the gigantic form of a boar with a proportionate snout and picked up earth from within the water of Garbhodak. Sri Jayadev Goswami, the great Vaishnava poet, sang as follows. So in his poem, Jayadev Goswami has written, Vasati Dashana Shikhare Dharani Tav Lagna, Shashni Kalank Kaleva Nimgna, Keshavadhrita Shukra Rupa, Jaya Jagadish. O Keshav, Supreme Lord, who have assumed the form of a boar, O Lord, the planet Earth rested on your tusks, and it appeared like the moon engraved with spots. So Krishna, in the form of a pig, actually, pig, not just an ordinary pig. Um, it was a wild pig because the wild pig and different kind they have this tusk coming out, and on the tusk he picked up earth. He went inside the Garbhodak ocean and he found earth was in one of the corners and among all the mud. So he picked up earth and kept it on his tusk, and he came out. Of course, somebody might say, how can Krishna appear as a pig? Well, even if he appears as a pig, he still remains transcendental. It's not a problem for him. And he appeared as a pig because only a pig, in the form of a pig, he went down because that was a very dirty place where he had to go and pick up the earth from. So he took the form as a pig. And that form of a pig is obviously it's transcendental. Whatever Krishna does is for the protection of his devotees, and killing of demons. And he performed wonderful pastime. Of course, we'll study in detail when we get to third canto. And there are only two incarnations of the Lord that devotees pray to for protection. One is this Varaharupa, Varahadev, and the second is Nrsimhadev. So, in fact, if we go to Nandagaon in Braj, so outskirts of Nandagaon, there is a temple, and there Nanda Baba had these deities of Varahadev and Lord Nrsimhadev installed, basically for the protection of his Lala. But those deities, the old deity, very old, those deities are still there. If you ever go there, you can take darshan. And this is the potency of Varahadev, that he gives protection to his devotees. Of course, every incarnation gives, but specifically Varahadev and Lord Nrsimhadev, they always give protection to their devotees. Such is a symptom of an incarnation of the Lord. The incarnation of the Lord is not the concocted idea of fanciful men who create an incarnation out of imagination. The incarnation of the Lord appears under certain extraordinary circumstances, like the above-mentioned occasion. And the incarnation performs a task which is not even imaginable by the tiny brain of mankind. So how many people can even understand what kind of pastimes Lord Varahadev performed? First, he appeared, actually, when Brahmaji was worried that where did the earth go? He had to populate the earth, and the earth was gone. So he was very much worried. What has this happened? And from his nostril, a little, very small boar appeared. And Brahmaji was like, what is this? He was looking at that boar. And the boar, suddenly he started growing big, and he became so huge that he practically covered the whole universe. It just, so huge it became. And Brahmaji was looking, what is this? Who is this person? What kind of creature is? So then the Lord gave benediction to Brahmaji, don't worry, I'll go and rescue earth. And this Varahadev, he was wearing a nice helmet, and he had a club in his hand, or not the hand, whatever it is called, paws. And he went inside the Garbhodak ocean. He picked up earth on his snout, and he was coming up. And Hiranyaksha saw him bringing the earth up, and Hiranyaksha got very angry. He was thinking, this is my catch. It was for me to enjoy the earth. And he kind of challenged Lord Varahadev. Where are you going? Come fight with me. Don't run away. You wild boar. But Varahadev, because he had this job at hand, first he had to rescue earth. So he brought the earth back, and he put her in the right location. And then they had the fight. He had the fight with Hiranyaksha. And when he was fighting, the whole fight went on so wonderfully. When they were fighting, so at a time, Lord Varahadev's the club, the gada that he was holding, it just went flying in the ocean. So all the demigods were already there. So they were watching, and then they got scared. What is this? Hiranyaksha is winning, and Lord Varahadev is losing. And then Lord Varahadev was just playing with the Hiranyaksha. So after a while, Brahmaji was there. Brahmaji started praying to Lord Varahadev, please, you don't play with him, you kill him, because it's a time, dusk time, then these demons, their energies increase, their strength increases. So then Lord Varade, what did he do? With his one of his hands, he just basically hit Hiranyaksha at the bottom of his ear, Kanpati, where he just tapped him slowly after playing him. And just he tapped him, and that's it. Hiranyaksha died. He fell down, vomiting blood, he died. So this is Lord. What's so difficult for him? Nothing. He just played with the demon just to see how far he can go. Or also he wanted to enjoy, because whatever fighting spirit we have, we also like to fight, because the original spirit is in the Lord. He also likes to have fight. He was like, oh, I'm sleeping on this Sheshnag for such a long time, and it will just, Lord wants to fight. Who can fight with him? So he prepared his own two devotees, Jaya and Vijaya, and they came as Hiranyakashipu and Hiranyaksha. So when Lord wants to have a fight, an equal fight, a good fight, who can oppose the Lord? Only the person he wants to prepare to give him good, solid opposition. So Jay and Vijay fell down. Of course, we'll study those pastimes in more detail. And so they were born as Hiranyaksha and Hiranyakashipu. So Hiranyaksha gave him good fight. And similarly, later on, Hiranyakashipu gave good fight to Lord Nrsimhadev. He had really enjoyed that fight. But even though he enjoyed those fights, it's still not considered devotional service. It's not called bhakti. Bhakti is when it is done with a favorable mood to please the Lord. Hiranyaksha and Hiranyakashipu, they were not trying to please the Lord. Of course, Krishna or Varadev and Nrsimhadev, they were very much pleased by this fight because they wanted somebody to fight. But the mood of Hiranyaksha and Hiranyakashipu was not to please the Lord. But on the other hand, Yashoda Maya, although she tied up Krishna as Damodar, and she was threatening to beat him up, and Krishna was crying, rubbing his eyes again and again. But that is considered bhakti because Yashoda Maya, she was threatening Krishna with a stick in her hand, and she had tied him up. Nobody had any power to untie Krishna. But that was considered bhakti because Yashoda Maya was always favorable to Krishna. There's a difference. So Hiranyaksha and Hiranyakashipu, whatever they did, it pleased Krishna, but it is not considered bhakti. But Yashoda Maya, on the other hand, when Krishna was also crying, but his mood towards Yashoda Maya and Yashoda Maya's mood towards Krishna was always to enhance the parental love. So that is considered bhakti. So anyway, so here Prabhupada is writing, when the Lord appeared to pick up the earth, the demon of the name Hiranyaksha tried to create a disturbance in the methodical functions of the Lord, and therefore he was killed by being pierced by the Lord's tusk. According to Srila Jiva Goswami, the demon Hiranyaksha was killed by the hand of the Lord. Therefore, his version is that after being killed by the hand of the Lord, the demon was pierced by the tusk. Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur confirms this version. So every scripture actually has to be confirmed, whatever it is written. So like here it is written, he was pierced by the tusk of the Lord. But probably in Varaha Puran it is written he was killed by the hands. So Jiva Goswami is confirming both. So first he was killed by the hand. So even in Bhagavatam later when they mentioned that he just, Varahadev just stabbed him on the underside of his ear. He killed him. But maybe afterwards he put his tusk through his chest also. So both the statements are true. And in fact, well, now the time is not there, so just stay on this Lord Varahadev's pastime. So Lord Varahadev, when he was bringing earth back on to put her in the right position, because she was at the tusk, at the snout of Lord Varahadev. So just by that touch of Lord Varahadev with earth, like we have read, that any part of Krishna's body can do the work, function of any other part. So just by the touch, Mother Earth got pregnant. And she had a son who, because of wrong association, although it was son of Lord Varahadev himself, but he got association of demons. So he became Bhaumasur. So Bhaumasur was the one that Krishna himself killed when he was in Dwarka. And Bhaumasur was the one who had captured 16,100 princesses. And Krishna, after killing Bhaumasur, he married all those 16,100 princesses and brought them to Dwarka. So that is one pastime. And Lord Varahadev, when he was bringing earth back from the Garbhodak Sagar, he was bringing her up. So Mother Earth asked Varahadev, where would you establish me? Because there's so much of vast space. Where would you put me? Lord Varahadev told her, you look up. So she looked up and she saw this beautiful land with lots of trees and river and mountain. And Lord Varahadev told her that I'll establish you over there. So Mother Earth asked, what is that place? I thought that was part of me. Lord Varahadev said, no. That is actually Braj Mandal. That is never part of you. It's part of my spiritual planet. It just looks like you, but it's never part of you. So that's also said that when earth is destroyed, Braj Mandal or all this, like Ayodhya and Jagannath Puri, they're not destroyed because they're not part of earth. They're part of spiritual one. Also, when Lord Varahadev came up and he established earth, so he was acting just like a boar because he had taken the form of a boar. So just like the pigs, what they do when they get wet, they just shake their body very vigorously to dry them off. So Lord Varahadev also did that after he came back up. So from his body, one hair fell down. And that hair became Kusha grass. So that Kusha grass that we have today, and that is considered very pure. It is used in yagyas, and yogis also sit on the Kusha grass asana to do their meditation. That actually came from the hair of the body of Lord Varahadev. So that's why it's considered very, very pure. So anyway, we'll stop here. See anybody has any questions or comments.
Wonderful class, Prabhuji. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Mata. So after a long time, we are having some stories, not just the philosophy.
Actually, when you started reciting the lines by Jaydev Goswami, I got reminded because when we were doing Dashavatar, these verses were like we used to recite and sing and
Yep.
dance. So,
Yeah.
I mean, the entire thing was just, I was visualizing the entire thing. So, thanks for the lecture, Prabhuji.
Thank you, Mata. Any other question or comment?
Thank you very much, Prabhu, for this wonderful class. It's actually very interesting to hear the incarnations.
Thank you, brother. Yeah, it's beautiful pastime. This whole chapter is just incarnations. That's it. Okay, so I guess we can stop here. All have a wonderful day. Hare Krishna. Jai Shri Prabhupada.